You are watching a master at work.
Yeah.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to another amazing episode of Music with Lou. If you are looking at this screen, you probably see I have a very special guest in the building today. The one, the only, Larry Coleman 2020. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having us, Lou. It means a lot.
Man.
I've been following your channel for a couple of years.
Oh,
I
stop
see
it.
how hard you work, both on music that's underground and that's out in front of us. And your coverage is appreciated, for real.
Are you trying to make me cry right now? Because this is all about you. Speaking of hard work, no, you have been working. You have been like, every time I see you, you're doing a show. There's always a new flyer and you're putting your own shows together. So before we get into all your highlights and where it started for you, how do you do it?
So, first and foremost, I think that the belief in yourself is the engine behind a lot of it, the gas. You got to have gas in your tank, So I think that that's a lot of it. But I think that over time, that most artists that are serious, you figure out kind of how your work week will flow and the things that you want to do versus the things that you have to do. And part of that have to do is procuring a bag because this independent hip hop shit is expensive.
Yeah.
So I honestly credit my regular ass life of working with working people and rolling up my sleeves every day and going in and clocking in because I do that on top of all the other stuff we're discussing.
Don't you make me hit this church. And people needed to hear that. Like, I don't know where it started where people were like, oh, if you work a job, that's like embarrassing. And it's like, that could fund your dream.
Absolutely true. I usually tell the young artists and, people in our circle will attest to this. If you have a job and you're working on your dreams, you should probably get a second and a third job and really work on those dreams. And that's the belief in our camp.
A second and a third? Then how do you work on a dream with 3 jobs?
You better monetize one of those jobs, right? If you
love
I see
what's
music,
going on. Okay.
Right? Because you know as well as anybody.
That was a bar. Okay.
You got to get out here and do the things you love. And while you're doing the things that you love, you'll end up bumping elbows with the people that are serious about this stuff. You'll find like-minded folks. So if, say, you were monetized 3 times and you had 3 jobs, God forbid, probably 2 is
I get what you're
pushing it.
saying. Yeah.
Maybe one of those jobs is learning how to set up lights at somebody's show. Maybe one of those jobs is learning how to hook up the drums to the piano to the back line. All of these jobs that take place every single day to make a show pop off, they're imperative. And it takes an army to do anything in this industry.
That's so good. So walk me through the process of if somebody's doing their first show, like what do you go through? What's your mindset? How do you pick the lineup? How do you pick the talent?
So I think the organizing people by potential is important. By potential, I mean, if somebody sounds really dope, let's say you're like a Nipsey Hussle and you're independent and you're rapping in the back of the pocket and you're putting on for LA, why not find some other cats that are putting on for LA?
Yeah.
Other people that are about their business, other people that are about their women. Like-minded people will usually pop off the best show, take the most ownership in it, and ultimately sell tickets.
I think you about to drop some gems today. And speaking of Nipsey, was that a big influence on you? Because
So famously, I didn't start listening to Nipsey Hussle until 2018.
Okay.
So I found some of his late mixtapes, probably halfway through his catalog of actually building out the Victory Lap record. But what I did find out about Nipsey Hussle is that he was all about his business. And for us, my team specifically, and probably me as the quarterback of it, we don't really fuck around with the goofy shit at all. If it's not about progress in the community, the culture, or in our personal careers, we honestly will leave it alone. We feel like the void, we're in Las Vegas, we feel like the void will be filled.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come. And it doesn't mean we have to build everything.
Right.
So we're big on the just because you can doesn't mean you should. But Nipsey Hussle's dedication to trying to do better than the previous life that he lived.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of rap artists, when they're telling their truth, they always tell the part they think is the toughest, and it's not the part that we want to hear anymore.
Oh, you are too deep right now, and his chain is blinging. You are dropping the gems. Okay, so let's take it back a little bit so the people can get to know you. So, were you born in the Bay Area, or you were raised? So, you're from the Bay Area.
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, okay. So, how did you get?
Great
to the
question.
Bay?
So, 2012 is rolling around. And I've always made music. I think I made my first album when I was 10 years old. Then I made one when I was 16 years old.
You made an album at 10?
I did. I made it on a Home Alone Walkman, the walkie-talkie that
Oh,
Macaulay
so you were
Culkin
not
used in the
playing.
movie. I actually erased, and forgive me for this, and I erased a Naughty by Nature tape and recorded over instrumentals that were on the B side of tapes. I was able to transfer them, record them, put them on that tape, and then rap over them. So I did make an album when I was 10 years old.
Wow, you are impressive. Okay. So you make the album at 10.
So I go to college like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before I went to college, I was making music pretty heavy. I was a part of a record company called 989 Records out of Saginaw, Michigan. And I had an opportunity I only had a couple songs, but I had some punchlines in there that resonated well with the people trying to make money. I had an opportunity to open up as a young man for Twista and Nelly at our county fairs. So I get out to college.
Wow. I
get around a whole bunch of people that are telling me, you know, there's more to life than just working. There's more to life than just, you know, than meets the eye. So I started getting involved in social activism pretty heavily. College was definitely, I think for most people, college is the time that you find a whole bunch of people that feel like you, that look like you, that talk like you, and move like you.
Yeah.
So for me, I started to attach myself to something that I thought was a little bit bigger. I also saw a presidential candidate that I thought was a little bit different. So politics was a little more attractive to me, and I started organizing on campus student marches, events, things, little small things to try to show the faculty, the teachers that aren't getting pay raises and all this shit that we support them. You're like, I know we're your students, but keep it a buck. You're only 15 years older than me. We're probably going to be friends when we graduate.
Yeah.
So I guess realizing maybe I had a little bit of that because I'm a native Detroit, only one from my college campus that was actually from the city of Detroit that was registered to vote in my entire school. It always felt for me like, I don't know, imperative. I'm from a city of civil rights. I rap about it often. And it made sense to me to try to learn some of the things I learned through hip hop. So
how did you get here to Vegas?
So I graduate college. Famously, in my last year of college, I ran for House of Representatives. The only reason I ran is because they were going to leave the seat open. The guy that was going to take the seat was going to close my art program, close my art department in the city of Detroit. From all of our public schools, he was going to gut it. So I threw my name in. I was like, you know, bet you I could fundraise a couple bucks. You know what I mean? Shout out to the folks over at PBS, get something generated, get some media coverage. I knew I could probably at least shed light on the things he was doing to my community. So I did. Went well. You know, the kids were inspired.
Are you thinking about doing a movie one day, like a documentary on your life? I mean, you seem like you've been some pretty cool places and done some big things.
I would need some support, but I think that most of the things I've done are just, I'm a survivor. I think that I'm just hard to kill like a cockroach. I believe in what I believe in, and I'm
hard.
Principled. I'm principled as fuck.
Yeah.
So moving forward, I graduate from college. I lose my election to a very, 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 very rich Republican. I don't mind talking my shit. He's currently the Speaker of the House in the state of Michigan. And I move. I can't go serve tables in the same district I just asked to vote for me and treat me like a grown-ass man. So I moved to the Bay Area, California. The Bay Area.
No. Bay Area. Like that.
Enter the biggest influence in all
and then
of
I saw you open for like Geek to Sneak. Like I mean some pretty big names. So how did you find that motivation after taking a loss like that to like, did that push you deeper into the music? Or like what was that transition like? You get to the Bay.
I always knew that I had a knack for bringing people together. Music is far more celebratory than political issues in this country.
You're a smart man, aren't you?
So on the other side of starting a career, I probably could have ran it back and waxed my opponent. But I also saw through that process how politicians looked, acted, treated others, treated their families, and how they lived. And it wasn't something I wanted. So with the organizing knack, I figured I'd use it for myself, for my friends, and expand the community of one to a community of, I guess, who I could link arms and fight with.
I love that. So you dropped Hunger Games 4 back in April. Going through the album, going through your music, I feel like what I enjoy is you rap with a purpose. You know how some people are just like, oh, I'm just doing it, and you know, I'm trying to go viral on TikTok. Like, you have a purpose, and you also have the confidence. Like, at any moment, I will rap against anybody.
I feel that way.
What is your purpose?
I think my purpose is to be the one that pops through. Not just pops through because that purpose changes because where you're at, to me, home is where you're at. Home is what you make it.
Yeah.
For Las Vegas specifically, I think, you know, famously for our little team, and I say that respectfully, our team, because they've sacrificed tremendously to help me. touring all over the country with me, putting their own albums on the back burner, realizing that these conversations with these majors isn't funny, realizing that while everybody else talks about me, I don't talk about them. I move. I move in silence, the way Wayne said.
You do. You know.
I just am not
real
about,
G's moving silent like lasagna. That bar.
Yes.
Hey,
you
come
know,
on.
with the shit. But that's exactly it. So
when it came to building your team, like what did that process look like? Because it is not easy, especially when you have a team full of other artists and dreamers as well. Like it's hard for people to know, like, okay, this is the position you have to play right now, and you know, you got to be in the front.
For my immediate 10 or 11, most of the city knows them. They're the kindest people I ever met.
Oh.
For hip hop, specifically, I think for a lot of Las Vegas, a lot of the motion in Las Vegas, we had the pandemic. Everything shut down. We all came out and we all seen each other. We couldn't wait to get out of the house, man. We couldn't wait to go do a live event, get back on a stage.
Very true.
You know, we were all eager. So every genre of music in this city, we all popped out, whether it was the first Friday or the short-lived successful run of last Friday. We all met each other for the first time. At the same time this is going on, Total Entertainment's throwing a pretty prestigious open mic. I don't know a lot about him, but I know that the owner is a stand-up guy, and I know it because I've met him a few times. I seen him pour into his team. Throughout this process, the entire time, I'm coming from the Bay.
Yeah.
And Lou, I might be crazy, but you have some roots in the Bay, yes?
I mean, yeah, I love Bay Area music for
Okay.
sure.
The independent artists move different there, right?
See, I wanted to ask you about that because I know more so about like the mainstream artists from the Bay, but like so what is the difference there?
Let me go ask you first. What's a mainstream artist from the Bay look like, name-wise?
I say E40 first every time.
That worked 100%.
You know, that was my guy.
Who else?
Keek the Sneak. He was E4.
Mainstream?
Mainstream, yeah. You wouldn't consider him mainstream?
I think that if there's a comment bar for this podcast, I would like to know in this bar who's heard of Keek the Sneak. I think that it's something that we know.
Do you think people don't know who Keek the Sneak is?
I think we're West Coasters. I think.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Oh, okay. See, now I see how you're breaking down the mainstream. Okay, yeah.
Because the Bay Area feels like they ain't never been included. The Bay Area, and same with Texas. Bay Area and Texas, even the Bay Area rappers rap a little Southern draw on their shit. They feel like they're not included.
That was good.
You know what I mean? Even like a Filthy Rich. Nobody, native Detroit, nobody knows who Filthy Rich is.
I do know who Filthy Rich is.
I know you do, Lou.
But you have to. I get what you're saying. But like, if you listen to it and you do the homework, then you know. So, so do you feel like technically there's really no big mainstream that?
I think you hit it on the head. I think 40 fought for through his Jazzy Faye Productions in the 2010s.
Yeah.
I feel like Short's been the guy. I think he kind of came out and definitely.
Oh yeah, Too Short.
Too Short can sell out a show in Detroit right now. You know,
that's crazy.
There's probably
I
five or
love
less.
Keek the Sneak,
I do
man.
too. Keek did a lot for me, and he's a good human being. That guy gives a shit about his fans.
Okay, but that's good. I would have never thought that. So I love how you broke that down. So like, do you feel like there is a difference between the music scene there and like now being here in Vegas and doing the same thing, or do you feel like it's kind of the same, Grant?
So for the music scene, I can't speak on entirely because I know this is a rock town. And I know people really shake and really move here. I know that there's some very successful acts like the Killers and Imagine Dragons that have come out of here.
Oh my gosh,
you know?
Yeah.
But I'm also positive that if Dizzy Wright was sitting on that chair right here, right now, he would tell you there's not a hip hop culture here.
Yeah.
And if there is a hip hop culture here, it doesn't support one another to the degree that it should.
Mm-hmm.
So I built my team based off of people that were heart-filled, selfless people. People that I thought on the other side of us coming out the pandemic and meeting each other, that people wouldn't book. And for me, if I can create a space for them to work on their craft, create their art, and I have a music studio in my home, if I can create that safe haven for good people to go get the best version of themselves in life, I think that means as much as it does popping off a record, as much as it does going viral on TikTok or Instagram. I think that's low hanging fruit. But being able to invest into somebody and have a lifelong friend, and for them to look at you with nothing but respect and to know what the deal is, priceless.
It's deeper than that. I love that. So I meant to ask you, so the 2020, what in your name, where did that come from? What does that mean? Is that something special with 2020 in the year or?
Kind of.
Okay, talk to me.
Any year. Remember I told you I had a political background?
Yes.
That's the campaign. I went with 2020 because that's the year I got serious.
Wow, you are pretty cool. You are really cool. Okay, so you come here now. Why do you think that when you got here, why do you think we lack the hip hop culture? Just like, you know, if you were outside of it, not being born in Vegas looking in, what do you think we can improve on to build the hip hop culture here?
So without going into our shit, back in the day when hip hop wasn't accepted, when people weren't excited necessarily to have a hip hop show in their community, all these independent movements that started all over the country, and any hub that popped off, let's say you're in Memphis and you're 3-6 Mafia, it required absolute teamwork. Even lately, I don't know a lot about Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne passed, but I heard that Ozzy was the only one in his neighborhood that had a PA system. They didn't know if he was talented or not. They had him come over because he had the PA system.
Wow.
But teamwork used to be, it was an imperative thing. You know, it was an imperative thing for anybody to be seen. Before someone was going to email a venue and ask them to put them on, they knew that they had to be somebody to even be in the building, that people needed to know your name and know that what you projected was something positive, that maybe a Friday night would be dope hanging out with you. Yeah. So I think that in Vegas specifically, I think that we lack the orientation, we lack organization. And I say it compared to LA because, look, we just got back. We did a show week and a half ago in LA, had an amazing trip, finished off with a studio session with Hoppa, Broken Complex. I took all the fellas in there to meet him, and it was a fucking epic time. Now, it doesn't matter what neighborhood you're in. Same with New York, right?
I went to New York. I did not like it there.
It's different.
It was very different. I was like, all right, I need to go back home. But yeah, carry on.
You stretch out a little bit out here.
Yeah.
Out there, it's just on you.
Everything. Just
on
everywhere.
You.
Oh,
right
and I went
you.
on the subway. I was like, get me off of here immediately. But go ahead.
So what was I saying?
LA. There it is.
Whether you're in Monterey Park, Echo Park, Crenshaw, even in the Bay Area, the Crestsiders, Mac Mall, right? Everything is regional representation, but they come together for the greater of the city, you know? And for us, we have so many people, so many transplants in a transient city that I probably will get 15 to 20 DMs a month from somebody I've never heard of before. Yeah. And they'll tell me they're the best artist in the city and they don't even live here. They'll live in St. George, Utah. They'll live on the East Coast, somewhere in New Jersey. I didn't realize they didn't live here.
You know what's crazy? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But one thing that I don't enjoy when artists, they'll see you showing love to someone else or posting someone else's flyer, and then they'll jump in. I don't know if you have this problem, but they'll jump in your DM like, you posting such and such. I'm actually 10 times better than him. I'm the best in the city. And it's like, why do you have to put someone else's talent down to highlight yourself? Like, that is an immediate turn off for me.
I think you just acknowledge step one to the goofiness that we're discussing.
Like, let's dive deeper into the goofiness. So how do you avoid the goofiness, or like not even avoid it, because it's kind of like it's what we're in, right? How do you handle it without allowing it to get you out of character?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Sometimes I'll be like, professionalism gone.
It's easy to do. It is real easy to lose it real quick. Oh God, that was a good question, Lou. So there's several layers to what you're saying. You know, for the most part, the way I handle myself, carry myself, and propriete myself, I get a lot less of the goofy shit than most people. While I famously will tell people I kind of have a hot girl Instagram, like people engage with me, they do say shit. It's an honor. Yeah. Because, you know, I don't have the content that the world may want necessarily, but my music's good. So on the other side of that, a lot of the goofy shit, I think, let me go on record to say, I think you can't avoid it. It happens to you. When you're successful, you're creating a wave, everybody tries to get on that wave. And you can tell, especially if you're smart, you can tell by the way they come at you, how they propriete and carry themselves, kind of what they want from you. From the moment they say, hey, Lou, you know? Yeah, you kind of tell. And you know, based on their personality, because you're smart, you know what these people will want from you. But make no mistake about it, I've been through the worst. Last March, we had a tour. It was a regional tour. It was a 4 or 5 day tour. And I had a local proprietor in this community that some people still fuck with. And we don't speak bad on their name. We don't even mention their name because we feel like elevation and positivity will always be darkness and weirdness. But they tried to steal all of our money from a payout from a House of Blues show. It was $4,400. And then came to my place of occupation to try to explain to me how they tripped and fell and sent their W-9 to the venue to try to steal my money.
I think I remember you, because I know what show you're talking about.
So if that happens to somebody, I guess it would drown and hurt most artists. But when you're truly great, when you truly manufactured every single opportunity, not only for yourself, but for the people that are talking,
Yeah.
and they have forgotten how this all came about, or they've forgotten the teamwork or the
Don't make
brotherhood,
me hit this church button because I will.
you know? So for me, once I catch any whiff of goofiness, I'm done. I don't kind of stop. I full-fledged pull the trigger, but then it gets worse, Lou, because people hate it.
Yeah,
They hate
because
it.
then it drives them crazy because they're like,
Drives them
wait,
crazy.
what happened? Da, da, da. And I can imagine, like, I feel like artists, everybody looks at you guys. Like, I know, like, everybody has to be making some type of profit. But I feel like even when it's time to do a show, promoters, like, look at you guys and it's like dollar signs.
It is.
Like, I've seen shows, I've hosted events, and I'm like, you guys walk in. I feel like if I pay for a slot to perform, one, it needs to be worth it, right? For a big name that you don't put all the pressure on me as an artist to sell the ticket, but there should be a big opener. This is why I'm investing. Two,
Real.
when I walk through the door, why am I not being treated with 5-star treatment? Where's my table? Where's my section? Where do I put my team and all this? So with throwing all of your own events, how do you deal with that? Like, what is that conversation like before? All right, you're talking to the venue, you're talking to the promoters. What is that conversation sounding like?
So you got some good ass questions. That's why I'm here. You know,
Thanks. You know, I love having these conversations, and I just love picking the minds of different artists just to kind of.
So for the venue owners, they want to know that they're going to make money, right?
Right.
First and foremost, which for our team, no problem. We show them. For the lineups and stuff, you know, in Las Vegas, I could probably name, Lou, if I tried, I could probably name you 300 or 400 rappers off the top of my head. That's just hip hop. Or people that at least will say that, you know, they're out here and they're serious. And this is on the other side of throwing 35, 40 shows in the last 3 years. So I've talked to almost all of them, you know, every 7 weeks since the very first one we threw. I think that's where I met you. It was in February of 2023.
Okay, I remember because you had on a green shirt, and I remember your energy was crazy. Like, you just got on that mic, and it was a tough crowd.
Yeah.
Was I hosting or was I just there?
I'm not
I
sure.
think I was just there.
I've seen you a couple times. I fuck with Gorgeous pretty heavy.
Oh, there it was. It was a gorgeous event. There it is. I do remember. And I remember just watching you. You just took the stage, and I'm like, who is this guy? And the way you even moved around in the room, you introduced yourself. You're very professional. I cut you off again. I'm sorry. Okay, go back.
I'm going to add to what you just last said.
Okay.
Because we've been on tour a lot. What an artist does when they walk into a room is entirely on them. The new album that I'm working on, it comes out 9/1, Larry versus the Internet. This internet shit is goofy. It's gotten out of pocket.
Break it down.
I just think that people are focused on Reels and TikTok and all the things that aren't hip hop. Are they important? Probably.
Yeah.
Are they deal breaking? Probably not. I would say that an artist probably with really good music, with 5,000 followers, who put their heart behind everything, would have a better case to a major record label than somebody with a whole bunch of TikToks lip syncing someone else's song. So
Yeah.
outside of that, you've got AI. AI is making people's songs, writing the songs for them, giving them the little hooks, giving them the jingles, making
Isn't
their
it
cover
crazy?
arts. Hands have 6 fingers. Shit's
And
getting-
we could tell AI cover art. I just want y'all to know, but go ahead, do your thing. I'm like, yeah, that was totally generating AI, but go ahead.
the worse it gets, the more in touch with my art I get. The more I
that's
want to walk out into
good.
the sandbox and let the grains of sand run through my hands so I touch all of them.
That is so good. So, do you have that battle as an artist? Because now you guys are kind of forced to be content creators too. They're like, you need content. You have to do this. You have to do this. But sometimes you guys just want to rap. You just want to do the music. And it never was that way. It was just like, I get to show up, go to the studio, boom. But it's like, now it's like, oh, I got a TikTok. I got to do this. So how do you struggle with, or do you struggle with that first of all?
I don't. This
Okay.
part that you're mentioning, though, is what separates the men from the boys
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
and
Whoa.
the ladies from the women. I'm telling you.
Break it down.
So, you know, art, the word art means a lot of meaning behind it.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's your verbiage or your cover art further telling your story,
Yeah.
whether that's a backstory, an immediate story, or a future story, every single thing that you do once you have eyes on you is not only absorbed, but it's under great consideration. If you're signed to a major record label or you're like an artist that has potential to, everything you do is being watched, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like the more intention, like my girl Crystal Dorsey from the Hello New World video, she started a brand called Intentional. And she said that everything in her life has to be done with great intention. And I think that in your art, it should be the same way. And for an artist, And this is no disrespect. And if they're hearing it, you know, if you're going through that process and you're getting a lot of writer's block or you don't know what you should do next, it is a lot easier to punch a clock to pay your bills than it is to try to be an entrepreneur in a space that everybody wants to live in and they don't even know what the job pays yet.
So good.
It's crazy.
You are talking so crazy. And we haven't even got to the let's get deep segment. I feel like we just started off deep because I feel like if you don't have the discipline, like discipline is way more important than motivation. I think sometimes like, oh, I need to be motivated. Baby, you need to be disciplined because that is what's going to keep you going when you don't feel like it. Like if you are only, you know, leaning on, oh, I need that motivation, like you stay at your job. And I wish, and I love to hear what you're saying because more people need to see that. Like this is not easy.
No.
And if you are not built for it, just stay at work. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You have to be chosen. And I feel like even going through your music and I hear it, it's like you have a purpose, but also like, what is your story?
My story's simple. It came from absolutely nothing to something, you know?
There it is.
And I feel like America celebrates those stories because we don't have a lot of them. In fact, most people that have something in this country, they have it from inherited wealth. And you can see it in our politics.
Yeah.
You can see how people are willing to fight and protect what is. And, you know, I feel like for me too, I remember I was a baby in the 90s. I championed a lot of my shit around being a 90s kid. I was very small. I don't remember a lot of it. But I know from what I hear when I talk to people, when I'm out in the community, when I'm doing my shit, that the 90s was a pretty good time. That people say that the 90s was a better time. And I don't know if it's better than now or better than the 70s. I don't know what that's in comparison to.
Yeah.
But I think that the nostalgia from the 90s, whether it's Nickelodeon, right, or it's cartoons on Saturday morning, that there's so many pieces of the past that we don't have anymore. And they disappeared so fast because the internet is an evolving blob. It will eat up everything in its path and it will change it and spit out something different. So, you know, I feel like the internet, you know, back to that question on Larry versus the internet, I could go all day. I remember being in college and we had a whole exam that the only question was, is the internet good for humanity? And I don't know. I don't remember what I said, but I bet you my answer changed 20 times.
Yeah, because it's like back and forth. Like, what do you feel like? What would it be now? Or it's probably still tough to.
I think that the access to things seems amazing.
Yeah.
But yo, if Alexander Graham Bell created a telephone and no one else knows how to make one, we just know how to make a phone call, I think it's problematic to like our culture. And not even our culture, I think our values. I think our values will change as a result of the internet more than anything.
That's heavy. And you also had a bar. I can't think of the song right now, but it was, you know, you mentioned like being underestimated because you're a white rapper. And I'm a huge Eminem fan, okay? Like he's in my top 5. But I feel like because of the color of his skin, he doesn't get a lot of the credit that he deserves. So I want to ask you, like, what is that battle like when people just see you and they doubt you or you get placed in the box like, oh, you're good for this? Or like, is there any battle? Do you even focus on that?
Sometimes, you know, about 15 times in the last month, I've almost posted the question, do you think it's harder or easier being a white rap artist? I think that people would split in that conversation. I will say this. I think there's 3 white rap artists that have ever won a Grammy in hip hop. And when I had to make my list for the Mount Rushmore, it was hard. And it was hard because I think a lot of great lyrical white rap artists, they get forced into the underground.
Yeah.
And I always knew that. So I figured I would dominate there first. Right?
Yeah.
And make sure that I was standing on a product that was advertisable or marketable to what I would call the next level from being a local would be a regional. Right? From being regionally known.
Yeah.
So I tour with Kung Fu Vampire. He's a horrorcore legend from the Bay Area. He's from San Jose, and outside of Scott Weiland from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, he's the most successful artist in history of a top 10 population-sized city in the United States. He has a lot of Juggalo fans, a lot of people that paint their face, people that feel like they're counted out, feel like they're not invited to the party. They feel like they're not invited to a rap party. On the road, I have found great success selling the merchandise, finding a connection with them. No matter what it is, whether it's a song about addiction or just the fact that I can rap well, which seems to be like in the honorary Juggalo world, it seems to be like a rite of passage. If you can't rap, you have to leave. Yeah. Like if you're going to paint your face crazy and look all weird and shit, like you better be able to rap.
Right.
So, you know, there's that. Sonically, I don't sound like a lot of white rap artists. I'm from the Midwest. There's some successful, like you mentioned earlier, white rap artists that are from there. But I feel like that for white rap artists, that you either will do really well or you won't do it all. And really well can be considered an underground monster, like a ASAP Rock. Or the guy can write better songs than everybody in the top 40, and everyone knows that. Was it his skin color or his ability to market himself that stopped him? I don't know.
Yeah.
What I do know is that when it comes time to playing the game, that I slap the floor with two hands, get in the damn van, and I pull up on these people all over the country. Asian, white, black, brown. My support comes from everywhere. And it comes from all age groups too. I think that
that's amazing.
Hip-hop's a young man's game. I'm supported by the youth on platforms probably that would surprise people.
And to have the youth, that's really the golden ticket. As soon as I get me a hold of the youth, I'm like, whatever, I'm Taylor Swift level, leave me alone. Because, I mean, hey, that's what she has. So do you think it's harder?
I know it's harder. At least, I feel like it's the launch pad. The launch pad is harder. The launch pad is harder because once you're out there and you're good, you know, and your fans are diverse and they come ready to buy stuff, which should be the reality of any serious independent artist. It's about cultivating your fan base, cultivating your shows. Like I remember when I had a massive fight break out at one of my early shows, and I remember like how I felt afterwards and how I racked my brain for 3 days thinking about how I could mitigate that moving forward. You know, I think that it's a tough call, Lou. I've never felt any which way. I view myself on the ocean, and my Titanic needs to bank off these icebergs. That's how I drive.
Dang, you a real rapper. This is just bars after bars. Just
so.
I feel it. I just, you know me.
I've never cared either, which is weird.
And that's amazing. That's really good though. And I'm glad to hear that. Sometimes I feel like I be caring too much, but it's just frustrating to me to hear people just be like, oh, he's a white rapper, it's automatically this or that, when you overlook the pen, the delivery, you know, the love and the passion for it. But because we are so stuck on skin color.
It is. The one thing.
We're too stuck on it. Like Logic, who isn't, I think Logic is mixed, but they put him in a box of a white rapper and he is totally disrespected, and I love his music.
He is. He's also rich.
As hell.
You know? So Logic's relationship with Logic means more probably than anything on the planet. Bobby Boy. I didn't listen to his music growing up. I have a funny story, interesting story about Logic. It's funny you mentioned him. So I go to a Logic show in Mountain View, California in 2018, January 5. And I timestamp it because he's the
I was about to say, how did you know that?
Because he told me to do this.
Oh, okay.
Logic told me to get out there and record these fucking songs or you'll regret it for the rest of your life. That's after I watched him do a 2-hour show. He stopped the show in the middle of it and he played 9 rounds of Street Fighter and made everybody watch him. And I realized...
That's crazy.
And at that point, Lou, I never heard a Logic song in my life. All these kids are coming in and the first thing I notice is the diversity. So many Asian kids, brown kids, white kids, and they're all wearing one shirt, and all the shirts said the same thing. The shirt said, everybody.
Oh.
And I already knew. I didn't even need to hear them perform. I already knew that this guy had it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
So
besides that story, who were some other bigger names that like really left an impact on you?
White artists or all artists?
No, all. We're off of that. No, all artists. Anybody.
Fair. I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar fan.
Oh.
And for a lot of reasons.
We got a Kenny boy and I'm a Drake. I'm Team Drake. All right, let's go. Let's do this. We're doing it. Nah, Kendrick is great. Come on, go ahead.
Lyrics matter.
I'm gonna grow up.
The things you say matter.
Yeah.
More so, I think the reason why Drake lost some of the support that he had, while he still has
no Drake bashing, no Drake bashing, or we're gonna go to war.
It's how you carry yourself as a man. How do your shows look? What's the aesthetics doing in the room? I've seen some of Drake's highlights at his shows. Now I will recognize it's a highlight. It could be really good and they want to showcase it. It could be really poor and they want to showcase it. But it seems like progressively, as he got older, that his message got younger, which was weird growing up with him and being roughly the same age as him.
And exactly what did you feel this way before the beef, or has this always been a thing? Because the thing is, I feel like a lot of people have changed their perspective on Drake since this beef. when people used to idolize him and he was the greatest and all of this, and
I
now
never did
all
none
of a
of that.
sudden, I'm not saying you, but I'm
I
just
know.
saying in general, now he's like the guy that's corny and he's not really who he is. And I just feel like he's always just been true to his music. Yes, he's going to try different sounds, but
I agree with that. I think Drake is great. I do.
have you gone to a Drake show? Like, I mean, the
No.
show point like that you were getting at, break that down. Cause maybe I misunderstood that. Like,
So I guess most artists through their development and time, you start as a young man, you have kids, you get married, you grow up, you acquire assets. Drake's message
right.
was kind of opposite.
Okay.
I think it was necessary to stay relevant, at least with the kids, and to continue to sell records. As he expanded into other sounds and other genres of music, it was
Right.
unfair to call him a king of a genre that is an MC, drums, and that's it.
So you said you feel like his music got younger as he
Younger.
got older.
Yes.
And how do we explain when you have a Kendrick song that's like squabble up and all, like now he's making the fun music too. It's not his typical Kendrick Lamar record. So what's the difference between that?
Squabble Up is a lyrical record.
I mean, it's lyrical, but the message, the hook is squabble up. Not like it's still fun music that
You're not
could
wrong.
still be taken and the kids love it.
And
Like now is a first time in Kendrick's career where kids are actually listening to his music because they're feeling it more. It's fun. It's not the deep Kendrick. Like I listened to Kendrick. I loved Kendrick too before this beef. So it's like I truly believe he was one of my biggest inspirations as far as like art and what he does. But I feel like he, you know, when Kendrick does it, it's like Kendrick. You know what? Finish your why, because I could do this all day and I need to stop.
The reason I brought him up is because he decided that lyrics are going to be important moving forward, and that is it. I feel like that the whole reason this whole thing happened was specifically that. I think to a degree that Kendrick knows that Drake is successful. He knows he is. Drake is successful, and he's a great artist, regardless of what people say.
Right.
On the flip side, you know, I agree with the things that Mos Def said. Listening to a Drake record feels like you're walking into a shopping mall, and everything's possible. In hip hop, it didn't always feel that way. It felt gritty, it felt raw, it felt real, it felt in your face. Drake's music only felt in my face because the radio made me listen to it.
Oh,
I think it's good. My favorite album, it's the one where there's a baby with a pick in his hair.
Nothing was the same.
Love it. I also, only time I got arrested, that album was playing. Maybe I got a little.
Maybe.
I
I don't
haven't
know.
let it
I
go
don't know.
yet.
Okay, so you know what? We're gonna get off that topic. So although we've been deep this entire interview, I do this little segment where it's called "Let's Get Deep," where I bring deeper questions. But I mean, we're just gonna continue to get deep with these questions.
Said it.
Here we go. Question number uno. If your younger self could hear your music today, what do you think he would thank you for, and what would he challenge you on?
My younger self would thank myself for growing up,
Ooh, that's so good.
for sure. What was the second part of the question?
And what would he challenge you on?
To push the needle, to try to make something that hasn't been done before.
Mm.
You know, real shit, Lou. I'd rather be less received and be a one of one than be well received and be a one of many.
I think you got to figure it out. Yep. Kendrick would be proud.
I hope so.
He would be proud. When the mic is off and the crowd is gone, what parts of you feel the most unheard, if any?
Ooh, when the mic is off,
The crowd is gone.
the
It's
crowd
just
is
you.
gone.
The team's gone. I mean, everything is just,
It goes back
You.
to the no goofy stuff. Like, my life has been so surreal and real at the same time
yeah.
that I'm so grateful to be alive. And I can't express that enough. It might be the Detroiter in me, but I really feel lucky. If nothing happened to me the rest of my life, nothing
Yeah.
good, nothing bad, everything just, my days came and my days went, I would absolutely be satisfied. But I'm super, super principled. Like, I don't do anything I don't want to do ever. And I never will.
I love that.
It's, you know, I'm growing still as a person and developing out what that feels like.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to relationships and all these greater things that we, as we get older, that we value.
Yeah.
Even if we have to shape shift and address these things in a timely manner when we can. I think that, you know, I think being extremely principled is a requirement in
Yeah.
the internet era to make any sort of movement in anything. But I also, more so, being super principled and everything is a requirement to be in my life.
Oof, I love that. And it's crazy. Like every time I hear people say like Detroit or I'm from Detroit, I just automatically I'm like, oh, it just sounds so tough there. Like man, you got to be built different coming out of Detroit. And you guys seem to be, great characters. Anybody I've met from Detroit so far has been really good people. I'm like, all right, that's a Detroit in you. All right. Question number 3. If you could trade places with any artist, dead or alive, for 24 hours, who would it be and what would you do first?
Oh, God, I'm taking the treatment. I'm taking the treatment. I'm going on a European tour. I want to see, you know what I mean? I'm going to do...
What artist are you going to be, though?
Artist, anytime. Oh, let me go with the... Let me go with the elbow rubber. I'm the only person I know that fucks with Macklemore.
I would like Macklemore.
I want to see what he's doing. I'll pick him.
Damn, what is he doing right now, though?
Probably a whole bunch of summer hits all over in European countries.
Hey, I used to like Macklemore.
Eating fine fruit, getting fanned down and shit like that, playing golf. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he was like, I made my hit, got my money, I'm out of here.
I know he holds it down for the city of Seattle. I know he brought the NHL there, the Kraken. He's an owner. He brought the MLS there. He's an owner of the Puget Sound, the soccer team. So he got himself invested into pro sports on the other side of that heist.
Oh, he don't need music no more. That's exactly why he's like, yeah, I'm out of here. The real money is here now. I love, Macklemore. Okay, so you would take the treatment.
Yeah.
Go on a tour.
European tour.
That's a good one.
European tour. I want to see some culture.
I love that. I'd be like Tupac or Taylor Swift.
That's fine. Tupac would be crazy.
Tupac would be crazy.
Man. Lou, which Tupac would you pick? Me Against the World or All Eyes on Me?
Oh, All Eyes on Me, because that's my favorite.
Sure.
Yeah.
That'd be an experience right there.
Yeah, man. All right. You hit 750,000 streams in just 15 days. You did that. You did that. Okay, that's crazy, right? Beyond the stats, what did that moment mean to you personally, and how did it change the way you saw yourself as an artist?
There's been a monumental swing that took place this last year. And it's because I love my family, and they love me. I would not say that I came from a successful family. We're successful in values.
But love is, way more important.
Being on tour all year long, and when I rap live, it seems to generate into dollar sales on my merchandise stand.
Yeah.
Knowing that my friends know that what I'm doing, when I'm doing it's taking place. And let's say I'm in Fresno, California, or I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And I know, because me and my friends were really locked in like that. I know exactly what shift they're on, what they're doing. And when they see my stuff, I feel like it gives them hope that they can too. And even if it doesn't give them hope, they know because I'm kind and I definitely care about them, that we're going to get the best version out of whatever they're fucking with, that it's possible. So when I win, I know my team wins, and I'm starting to understand what that role means.
Yeah.
As we, very famously in 2 weeks, we headline a show in Austin. In 3 weeks, we headline a show in San Diego.
Come on, booked and busy.
We're starting to get the bag, and we're starting to get the bag the right way through earned fanship, through live performances, through merchandise sales, and lastly, through good vibes.
Yes.
When we're on tour, people like us, and they don't like every tour. And I know that. They're always expressive of that. So I try to make sure that when we're out on the road, that we're out here getting these wins, that we're bumping elbows and having conversations about the wins so people understand it.
Yeah.
The internet era confuses people. I always say that finding a good artist now is like panning for gold. And when you pick up your pan, you're going to get a lot of rock. And oh my God, is the rock pile getting big. But there's a couple gold flakes in there. So, to wrap that question up, I'm starting to understand my responsibility, not only as a leader, I've always understood that, but as a successful man.
Oh,
it's a lot different.
It is. Wow, you're good. Hunger Games series. What motivated you to start it? Like, were you a big fan of the Hunger Games?
So when I started, I had never seen the movie.
Oh, really? That's so crazy.
I thought more so it was like a mindset. I saw the trailer to the first one, and I saw when they all went into this dome to go compete to see who was going to survive.
Yeah.
They all had to go pick a weapon. Some of them didn't know they were in a fight. Others came armed and ready and just started hacking people up. I always visioned, like, if you really drop the top 50 independent artists in Las Vegas into a bubble, oh my God, they better get a weapon quick and run. And that's not even Las Vegas. I feel that way about my entire genre right now.
Yeah.
And I know what we have ahead, the things that are the irons that are in the fire, Me and my boy Truth drop with Redman next week. The following week, I drop with Ice Cube.
Oh, wow.
After that,
Look at you.
it's Larry versus the internet. And I'm not a name dropper, but I have probably 15 crazy features that'll come out in the next 60 days. And this is on top of my personal work because I view...
I'm really interested to hear this, you and Redman. That's
know?
probably going to be like something crazy.
Fire. We've got it on us. We'll share it with you before we leave.
Oh, okay.
But it is fire.
I love that. Okay. And you have a show coming up in Vegas soon? Is it the 15th here or is
Friday.
that when you're...
1 week.
It's here.
It's here.
Okay. Come on.
It's at the usual place. Not the usual place like where we're always at, but the venue. And it's my man Conway the Machine of the Griselda.
I did see that.
2022, Griselda was on the cover of Double XL. In 2024, Conway was on the cover of Double XL alone. So it's a big deal for our small community. And as a person that works with all the booking agencies that knows everybody and kind of knows what venues are looking for and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it will be one of the biggest independent shows that's here. You know, the usual place holds, I think, full room, about 800 people. After that, the next venue in this city is probably like a Brooklyn Bowl or a House of Blues. So before we hit that level of not non-participation anymore for our artists here in the city, this will be a pretty big show. I'm pretty excited. I think we're committed right now to 30 to 40 tickets. My goal is to do 50 or 60. My job every time we show up is to make sure that everybody has no questions as to why we are the guys that we are. Even if they want to view us and treat us as less, like I said, we're the Titanic banking off of icebergs. We don't care anymore.
I love that. You seem to have a beautiful spirit. I wish you so much success.
Thanks.
I hope one day you get to open for Kendrick Lamar, and I truly mean that. Just
possible.
meet him, and anything is possible.
It is possible.
What would that be like?
Awesome.
Would you like your first day meeting Kendrick? What do you think? Like, are you gonna be like, oh, or you might be like, cool? I don't think.
I'd be cool. I
feel it because you're a star as well. It's just like,
you know, I just feel like, you know, for a lot of people high profile, they're normal as hell. They want to be met on the level of normalcy, not a level of fanboy. So
what would that feature be like?
Oh my God.
I mean, what would that pin sharpening be like? You hear Kendrick verse first. Would you go before or after?
Usually with a big name feature, if they're dope as fuck, so my fans don't get scared, I'll touch down a vocal. I'll either talk an intro or I'll rap a part of a hook, but I always move the better artist to the front of the song. So their art is included in my art. So people that are coming to my Spotify, coming to my Apple can get to hear some of them because my job is to put them on too.
Yeah.
Just because they're famous doesn't mean my fans know who they are.
That is very true.
So I always view it as a 50-50 relationship. And then I pay attention to see if they view it the same way.
You got it all figured out. 3 reasons why someone should stream your music, go check it out, come to his show, give it to him. Talk to the people.
The first reason why somebody should come to our show and support us is the honesty. Not just the dedication to the hip hop culture and doing things the right way, but we make sure that every dollar we get off of ticketing sales from every show, and this is probably contrary to what people believe. I have money. I get my own money the way I need to for this business. We put it back into this community. We will hire an extra shooter, an extra security guard, an extra bartender every single time and make sure that that money goes to them so they feel like they got value out of a Larry Coleman show as well.
Yes.
So the honesty, 1, 2, the rawness and the realness. There's a lot of people out here making music and I don't know how real they are. I don't know how principled they are. I don't know how about their business they are. But I know that there's nobody that's more of those 3 things I just mentioned than myself because I built my entire life to be that way. And then lastly, the success. We didn't expect none of this. And people say sometimes maybe I should view myself as more of a successful guy, but Lou, I'm successful.
Come on.
I've always viewed hip hop as impossible. You know, I think there's a big difference between opening for a guy and knowing someone's cousin and then being the guy. And being the guy is so entrenched with hard work and time that people that are the guy have never once told anybody on what it takes to be that guy. That guy is busy as hell.
Yeah.
And I know because I barely can come up for air sometimes, and I'm trying to be that guy. I'm not even there yet. But I feel like I'm starting to do the right things, have the right habits, build the right relationships. I need to continue to build my relationships.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see distasteful things in this community, and I shake my head when I should go embrace them and figure out why they are. So I'm going to do a better job of making sure I'm bumping elbows with people out here in the community, but more so making sure that when I bump their elbows, they know who I am, and that could be an opportunity for you. If I came out here tonight to watch your guys' show, I came out here because I'm scouting talent, not only to build another show to see who can move a crowd, but who's really on that back end, on that Spotify, building out their editorial release to try to get on playlists. Who's serious and why? Because their reason could be a common reason or just something you believe in more than others. You know, some people really need this shit.
Look, you just dropping gems. I just like listening. At this point, I'm forgetting I'm supposed to be doing the interview. I'm like, yes, I feel like I'm watching a podcast right now. Thank you so much for coming to bless my platform. I mean, you have dropped so many gems. You are always such a kind spirit to be around. And as we know, there are not many. Let the people know where to find you before we get out of here.
The best way to support me is to come out to Instagram at Larry Coleman 2020 or go to my website, LarryColeman2020.com.
Yes.
We got a show next Friday with Griselda, Conway the Machine. It's a big ass deal. And it's not going to stop. The week after that, we're hosting Sada Baby, and it's just going to snowball until I'm not going to say I'm not present. I'll probably baton over the showmanship and the organization to another team member to make sure this thing keeps going strong.
Yeah.
But as we continue to fight for streamers and new ears and to do it the right way in hip hop organically, you know, it takes everybody. We need this community to come out, support the people that are really putting in the work, not just financially, because this shit is expensive, but people that are actually moving the needle, people that are moving the culture, and the people that are making the city look good.
Yes. I got to do better at getting out too. I don't know. These past 2 years, me and outside is like the worst social anxiety. And I really have to work on that. So I'm definitely going to do my best to get out there because I can't tell you the last time
We'll do it together, Lou.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I need that. Because I'm like, okay, I got this. And the day comes and I'm like crying in the corner. I'm like, I don't got this. So, but I love that message. And we are definitely going to do better. And I think you are I know you are one artist that we definitely all should get behind. It's like getting behind the right person.
Agreed.
Well, with that being said, thank you guys for watching another interview. This is your girl, Lou. And you guys should totally like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Okay, go stream Hunger Games 4. It is out right now. Go play it over and over again. The Boss, first of all, I meant to tell you, like, that's my favorite track on there.
For real?
It's The Boss. Yeah, that'll go crazy.
Cool.
I'm like, yeah. I had to play that back a couple times.
It's got the homie Seuss Mace on it.
Yeah.
He's a nutcase. He's doing very well.
Yeah, you guys went crazy on
He
that.
got 3 songs on Tech Nine's 14-track album.
Ooh.
He's a spitter on The Boss.
Ooh. Yeah.
Topeka, Kansas.
Yeah. That's the one for me. I like when stuff making me feel like insane. I'm like, yes. So I love that. I love that. And I appreciate what you do. I know a lot of people, they always get some type of way when you say conscious rapper. I take that as a compliment when I say that. I love when I hear rappers, MCs who speak with a purpose, and you love what you do, because I feel like we are in such a time where people don't appreciate the art anymore. So anytime I come across you guys, I don't care what anybody says about, oh, it's too lyrical. I don't want to hear that. I always want to hear that. And, you know, all jokes aside, Kendrick was that for me too, before the beef and all that. And I do have to grow up. But it's like, we appreciate it. You know, well, people like me, the fans of music, people who really love music, man, never stop doing what you do. Never, you know, sugarcoat it or downplay it and make a TikTok viral BS song. Like, we need you guys.
Promise you I got
to
this.
keep the game going forever. And I know. You got to figure it out, man. You're going to be all right. Let me stop talking now because I will just keep going. And like, comment, and subscribe. Go stream the Hunger Games 4. Out now next Friday, August 15th. Is that next Friday?
Next Friday.
It's the 15th though. Okay, next Friday, whatever date that is, pop out. Okay, we got to show up.
Let's go.
8:15. You go on at 8:15.
8:15 is the date. I go on at probably 9:30, 10.
Oh, yeah, because I'm a little slow sometimes.
Hey, we've been out here working.
Because, hey, 8:15. Okay, I should be done working by that time. I'm really going to, I got to get out here. I'm going to do it. I said it on camera, so now I got to do it.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I brought some dope merch for you, too.
Don't make me
I brought
cry.
it in case you wear it baggy and if you wear it tight.
I like both. I do like baggy more. I force myself to wear tight clothes. Like today, I'm very uncomfortable. Like,
well, fair.
I like to dress like a boy. Do you want to show it on camera or no? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so they can know to shop and get the merch, and you probably.
So I did a
Oh,
graffiti
you're
line.
so cool.
There's nothing more authentic to hip hop and graffiti. To me,
I definitely
tigers
agree.
are a big part of what we do.
Oh man,
This is our signature color shirt in medium if it's tight to your body.
Oh, is that you? Oh my gosh, this cartoon is too cute. Oh wow.
So you can cut it, gut it, whatever you want.
Oh, I'm gonna wear it as is. Oh, this is so cute.
I sell them on the road on my merch stand. It's my in-store merch
Okay,
stand.
so this little guy is from what? Come on.
So it's the Mario Boo, but it's
There
orange.
it is,
I
the
changed it. I
Boo.
sharpened his teeth like mine. That hat that he wears is the hat I wore every single day when I was branding myself and no one gave a shit I was alive. And that gold chain is the only shitty gold chain I could afford. To me, it felt like I was a part of something when I wore it, so I put it on like it was a cape every single day when I started. And in time, I was able to get him on a VVS diamond, and then my chain is still.
Oh my God, that is him. And I'm like, dang, what is it? That's a nice chain you got there.
My chain still got a chain.
Man, I love y'all rappers. Y'all know how to keep it shiny. This is Sheen. I dropped the bag on this. It was like $3.99.
Looks good.
You know.
You look good, Lou.
Stop. Thanks.
Stay over there.
Thanks.
Shit.
Thanks. But no, this is amazing. I'm totally going to wear this. I got an interview after. I might need to change and put this on, actually.
Hey, any
Thank you so
support.
much. Yeah. Oh, no, I should wear this to the show.
Wear it to the show.
I'm going to wear it like
Wear
8
it to
more
the show.
times after. So,
Wear
you
it to
know.
the show.
Okay. I'm wearing it to the show.
Cool. I can't wait to see you.
I will see you next Friday.
And thank you for having us,
to
too.
be there. Thank you for coming to bless my platform. And you gave me an amazing interview. Wow.
Anytime.
So many gems, so many clips. All right, you guys. We're out of here. See you later.